when the party has to go undercover and the workforce has to pretend to be human. What ho, fellow humans? Are you enjoying having skin today? Hey, what's up everybody, my dad's gay and is immune to your mama jokes, so live life with that information now. And yeah, with that being said, welcome to another DnDMemes video. How are you guys doing? Having a wonderful day today. Before jumping into that, I want to quickly kindly ask if you want to take a moment to smash the like button. Takes a second, helps out a lot, and I appreciate it so much, so thank you if you do that. And with that being said, I hope you enjoy the video. Been reading some reviews for the D&D movie to decide if I'm going to see it. Reviews from critics that have actually played D&D before. This film does a fantastic job adapting D&D to film. Reviews from critics that have never played D&D before. There's too many jokes. Why isn't it more serious? This is just MCU but fantasy. The MCU has ruined Hollywood forever. Are you a Bill? Be like Bill. Bill reads a ragebait article on the internet. Bill checks the original source. Bill knows that half-elves and half-orcs won't be removed from D&D. Bill goes outside to touch grass. Be like Bill. What's your favorite little detail in D&D Honor Among Thieves? Me, every 3 minutes while watching the D&D movie. Sounds like the worst AMA in history, when the adventurers raise you from the dead to ask you 5 questions, but only stop at 4 and now you can't go back to sleep. The most interesting sending that I've ever seen. DM. The defector gives you a psionic crystal for safekeeping. Upon examination, you can tell that there's information stored within, but it's heavily protected. Only an immensely powerful psion would be able to crack it. Mysterious plot hook meant to be the premise of the DM's next campaign. Party. Darn. If only we knew someone like that. Wait, isn't the big bad evil guy Psion and an enemy of the defector's nation? Okay, and I guess that's the big bad evil guy showing them, you know, the content inside. My existence is racist. Wizards of the Coast. We're removing half races and species because someone told us they're inherently racist. And then the biracial player-based reaction to that. That's not a character, it's just a flamethrower. I did some stupid math. A level 20 evocation wizard can cast Fireball 16 times. 4 at 3rd level, 3 at 4th level, 3 at 5th level, 2 at 6th level, 2 at 7th level, 1 at 8th level, and 1 at 9th level. A level 20 sorcerer can cast Fireball 23 times, all at 3rd level. Do what you want with this information. I'm just curious if anyone did the math on, you know, which one does more damage in total on average. Sticking to the adventure module. After defeating that minor bad guy, you party for 3 months. For 3 months? For 3 months? That's what it says, yeah. I'm being a bit nitpicky, but I would really have preferred if Wizards of the Coast would go with lineage or ancestry instead of species. Also, once had a player claiming it's not cannibalism when they tried to eat another race. Wizards of the Coast wants to change race to species in 1D&D. That means that it will no longer be considered cannibalism if a human eats an elf because they're considered a different species. D&D lore trivia. As you make your preparations to fight the green dragon in the woods, you hear the beating of wings. In front of your mansion stands a silver dragon. It offers to take care of the green dragon for you. It's costly, but it will allow you to safely dispose of the threat. People who don't know, and people who know. Roleplaying does not end just because combat starts. Both you and the big bad evil guy roll below each other's AC repeatedly. Rather than simply missing, the DM describes how your blades clash as you engage in a dramatic fencing duel. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Additionally, the missile knows where it is, because it knows where it isn't. Someone. You can't kill a red dragon with a fighter jet, because they are immune to non-magical weapons. Me, who knows that missiles count as magical weapons because I have no f***ing clue how they work. Yeah, no, I'm absolutely certain that this is how it was intended, sure. You shall still roll dice so you can tell your players they got lucky, quote unquote. Got any decent DM advice for me? Make a list of random encounters. Then, just do your favorite thing from that list. It's only bad when everyone else does it. Players. Watch this video that explains why paralysis is bad game design because it removes player agency. Me, the DM. So you want me to ban hold person and stunning strike? Players speechless about that. No, they want the enemy to not be able to use them, okay? Not, you know, not themselves. Bet you wish you'd been more cautious in all those battles, huh? DM. And on a crit for your death saves, stabs back the rogue, leaps to his feet again, for the 2nd time this encounter and the 8th this campaign. Passes note, audible only to you, you hear a slow, wistful melody being whistled from somewhere nearby. Okay, this was actually a great one, I was not expecting that. Political intrigue ending with a boss fight? Wacky idea, right? We catch the old man behind the plot to assassinate the king. The old man sighs and holds his hands out to be cuffed. He breaks the cuffs and removes his robe to reveal a muscle-bound body. Roll for initiative against a level 20 barbarian. Realistically, we take a half hour to start anyway, players. So we have DnD at 12, right? Me, the DM. Yep, DM at 11:30. I summon you to fulfill your oath. I blame Lord of the Rings. How tall people imagine elves, with, tall elf and normal human. And then, how tall elves are in the rules. Basically slightly smaller than a human. I think of all the times I've DM'd, I only once didn't start a campaign this way. Dad, there are other ways to start a Dungeons & Dragons campaigns besides you all meet in a tavern. Why eat hamburger when you can have steak? I'm withdrawing my PC from this campaign. How most parties start versus how most D&D parties end up. So the only difference is the party pet? He was Wern. Party finds a pitch black sword that seems to absorb light around. Paladin uses divine sense and drops to the floor from shock, detecting the most evil item that she ever came into contact with, the sorcerer. I'm going to grab it. The sorcerer, after taking 20d10 necrotic damage and having his max health reduced by the same amount after succeeding a saving throw, and nothing short of wish can revert it. Surprised Pikachu face. Why would you even consider that grabbing it is a good idea after that happened to the paladin? Jesus Christ. Exciting possibilities. Tier 1 characters, being fairly basic. Tier 2 characters, slightly more advanced, but also enemies more advanced. Tier 3 and 4 characters, with even more advancements to both. And then one-shot characters, where the character is a joke and then the enemies are very basic, I guess. Don't be like her. Racism is bad. The party's high elf ranger going on a racist rant about drow after having too much to drink at the tavern. His name was Steve Jobs, level 17 wizard. So sad that your second in command died of Ligma. Injured big bad evil guy. I don't have a second in command. Ligma balls. And then power word kill. That was horrible. Jesus Christ, that was terrible. Yeah, I see some potential issues arising from this. Wizards of the Coast. We have gotten complaints that Monk feels too out of place in most campaigns. We will be adding non-Eurocentric subclasses to other classes in order to create a more culturally diverse system. This will include barbarians inspired by non-European culture. And don't even get me started on common rarity magic armors. Buying a suit of mundane plate armor for 1500 gold pieces, buying a suit of adamantium plate armor for 400 gold pieces, or buying a suit of adamantium plate armor and 5 war elephants for 200 gold pieces each, and still 100 gold less expensive than the mundane plate armor. Greetings fellow humans, human fellas, when the party has to go undercover and the warforged has to pretend to be human. What ho fellow humans, are you enjoying having skin today? like any other human creature would say and ask, completely normal dialogue. And then it's your job to buy health potions. You wanna switch classes and the DM approves your character sheet. You make a plan on incorporating the change into the next session. The entire party is here to witness your plan. Cue boss fight with recurring villain. They down the party, leaving only me standing. You switch minds with the boss and take their character sheet. Having this problem in my Curse of Strahd campaign. They run away right before things are gonna shift in their favor every time. Not gonna baby them though. The DM explaining that if you don't do anything you won't level up, and the PCs running away from any mildly difficult encounter. Love me some Amazonian beauties, me offhandedly mentioning that I like tall muscular women. A few sessions later, me, the DM. What you got there? One of my players with a female 8-foot tall muscular Goliath barbarian PC. A smoothie? Rest in peace to our rogue. Between a gelatinous cube and a cocaine owlbear. Alright. At least the new ones are much better. When an optimizer checks their old builds. What has designed this thing? You did, sir. Fair enough. Introducing Shortwalk. Oh, that's bad too? We want to move away from options that start with halves, like half-elves and half-orcs in the future. And then there's halflings. It's a rule that I hate, but understand. You can't ignite, warn, or carry the objects. Fireball users. Very mad at that sentence or rule. The rules are the rules. True Polymorph can destroy the world by turning the planet into a snail. What? True Polymorph can turn an object into a creature no larger than the object and CR9 or lower. So casting True Polymorph on the planet as an object and turning it into a snail would send everything and everyone floating in space. Jesse, what the hell are you talking about? Okay, well now this makes me slightly curious to why it wouldn't actually work. I kinda wanna go in the comments, but I don't feel like doing it. Also, I think, worst case, the DM would just say no to that. Yeah, alright, so there are various comments pointing out why this wouldn't work for various reasons. I like the one suggesting that the planet, you know, resists with legendary resistance and then they have to roll initiative. The real danger is the friends the party made along the way. The changeling assassin breaks into the party's house while they're away. The NPCs the party has adopted over the course of the game. Allow us to introduce ourselves. A drow assassin who killed his own squad for being too sadistic, Ranger's sociopathic alchemist girlfriend, and the 12-year-old champion of child fighting pits, Timmy Earbite. I like the shorthand better. It's Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. D&D hat. Because the example of what is reasonable wasn't dumb enough in the normal suggestion spell. DM. I won't use the knight example as a way to allow suggestion to be broken. That knight is lawful good. Player. What about the one of 12 soldiers giving all their money in mass suggestion? DM. The what? Give a Rakshasa some decent melee and they become a real threat. Big Bad Evil Guy is a strong warrior with lots of abjuration magic. He floors us and seems to be taking no damage. We try to run and the wizard casts Wall of Force. Big Bad Evil Guy laughs and walks through the wall, revealing himself to be a Rakshasa. Just prep lesser restoration, you absolute babies. Paralysis is bad game design, let me play the game. Not prepping a second level spell that almost every caster has access to. Statistics. When you roll natural ones 5% of the time. Cursed. Well, I mean, if it's, you know, if it's on the D20, then yeah, that's average and it's fine. But then if you were to roll the natural one on the D100 or, you know, something bigger than 20, than the D20, that would pretty much be cursed, yeah. Bow chicka wow wow. Use safety tools, friends. Me, the DM. You have successfully seduced the 8 feet tall Minotaur Beefcake, and he takes you up to his room. My super straight male friend who is playing a male gay halfling bard. Nice. Now we fade to black, right? Now we fade to black, right? We're not actually role-playing this, are we? Alas. Damn. GMs are a hot commodity. Now that you run games, the days of frustrating LFG searches are over. You'll be having to turn players away. Me, trying to find players. I don't know, I think most places where you can, like, you know, look for groups and stuff, the DMs that run games basically have, you know, multiple people willing to join their campaign that they have to sort through to, you know, select who's gonna get to join. So basically, like, for every DM, there's, you know, more than enough for a group of players to play if they're running a type of campaign that people are generally interested in. Alright, on that note, that's it for today's video, so thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like if you did and subscribe for more if you haven't already. Also, thank you to everyone supporting the channel on Patreon as well as on YouTube. I appreciate lots of thanks so much for those. Links below if you can check them out, as well as links to the social media, Discord, Sub, and everything else. And yeah, that's it. Thanks again for watching, I'll see you next time. Have a great day, bye.